Alright, what's going on everybody? Afflicted Gamer here, back with more Division content. It's Friday, time for the weekly vendor reset. You know what that means. I'll go from place to place, DC checkpoint to checkpoint, to find out what the best items are for sale this week in the Division. 1.8.1 just dropped a couple of days ago, so let's hope that the vendors have some goodies for sale. Anyway, if the video is helpful, drop it a like, it's very much appreciated, and if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing for more Division content as I put these out every single Friday. Double check this guy here at the terminal, because if you do own one blueprint, it goes across all of your characters. Other than the military M9 and stamina mask, electronics knee pads, I own whatever else is down here. It's a shame that they don't show you what you own, but double check that vendor. Exotics for the week. Remember that these exotics here now stay here, and on top of that you also have your classified bundle at the bottom. So, alright, exotics. Pecan, 19% damage to targets out of cover, swift, destructive, 259. You would have to optimize this quite a bit. You could reroll Swift off for something else if you really wanted one, but if not, just wait. Centurion, expert, and fierce. Nothing too special. Nice gear score though. You could reroll fierce for something else. Liberator, 21% enemy armor damage. Destructive, ferocious, vicious. Not too bad. Pretty decent for PvE, but again, a low score, so you would have to optimize that yet again. Historian, 166% headshot damage, competent, trained, and history repeats. Good headshot damage. You could reroll trained for something else. Again, for those of you that are very concerned with the score, it is quite low and you would have to optimize it. But DivTech is a lot more easily acquirable now, so it's not that big of a deal to pick something up with a low score and just optimize it. Cassidy, 307% stagger, adept, vicious, and boomstick. Nothing too special there. Alright, what else do we have? I know those of you like to see this stuff, and for anybody new, unless it stands out, I do write it as gear, and also classified gear is dropping all over the place, so only buy a regular piece of gear if you absolutely need to fill in a build. Lonestar Mask. This one is good. Great gear score, 1267 firearms, over 9,000 skill power. Keep that or reroll it, and damage to elites in the minor. For a regular Lonestar Mask, that is pretty darn good. Alrighty. DeadEye chestplates, not too bad. Get rid of the 1146 stamina, reroll that to a higher value when we're into a different slot. You could make use out of that vest. Relentless Backpack, nope. The backpacks, for the most part, I would skip, because if you're building a regular set, I would use a ninja bike instead of an actual gear set pack. Knee pads of the Nomad, not too bad. 1231 stamina, over 12,000 skill power. Bleed resist, shock resist. Too bad the kill XP is there, but other than that, if you're desperate, pick them up. Other than that, please wait. I would say wait. And anything else good down here? Good stamina mod. 266 stamina with 1% crit hit chance. So for those of you that want to stack your crit chance, pick that up, and you can accompany that with the prototype performance mod. 2% pulse critical hit chance. 2% is a max roll, so pick a few of those up and throw them on your build. Finally, 552 Holosight Tan. This is a nice sight for M4s, Liberators, things like that. 6.5% crit chance, 4% crit damage, and 6% headshot damage. Those percentages could be higher, but if you don't have one of these, I would grab a few of them for now until you get a better one. Okay, let's move on. Okay, upstairs at the armory, there's one item for sale here. For those of you that are a fan of the black market SASG 12, 352% stagger, ferocious, competent, and brutal run it. Pretty good for PvE. You could reroll brutal if you wanted to for something else, or keep it if you can land your headshots. At the Dark Zone gear vendor here in the base of Ops, he has one item for sale. Prototype performance mod, 2% pulse critical hit chance. 2% is a max roll once again, so pick it up if you need it.
Hey, maybe I'll see you again
Next Friday. Alright, if you make your way down to Camp Hudson, come on over to the gear vendor. First up, he has an Inventive Backpack. 1231 stamina, over 12,000 health, and ammo capacity in the minor. I realize that skill power would be ideal as the major attribute, but some people may want to work with this, and it has a very good score on it. On top of that, the prototype performance mod is 4% turret damage. That is a max roll, so I would go ahead and pick a few of these up if you don't already have them.
Another time, maybe.
Alright, at the Cavern Safe House, again there is an Inventive Backpack. Now, I'm going to point this one out for a reason. I know the score is low, the electronics number is low, but that is the thing. The number is in the electronics. You can reroll the major attribute to skill power and optimize the backpack. Then you can have maxed out electronics number, major attribute as skill power, and ammo capacity in the minor. That's exactly how you would want that set up anyways. So the choice is yours if you want to pick it up and spend the div tech and credits to optimize it.
I'm sure I'll see you again.
You will. Up to Camp Clinton, here at the Blueprints vendor, I believe there's an M60 for sale. And other than that, I do own the other Blueprints. Coming on over to the special equipment vendor, again, only pick these items up if you don't have the classified versions. The exotics were nothing special whatsoever, so I'm going to skip those. Predator's Mark Mask, 1116 electronics, obviously move that into stamina or firearms depending on how you're going to set up your build. Crit chance and damage to elites, not too bad for a regular mask. Scrolling on down, we have a pair of AlphaBridge knee pads, 1260 stamina, 8% crit hit damage, shock resist, increased kill XP, and disrupt resist. You could leave them as is or get rid of that increased kill XP for something else. Either way, it's not too bad of a regular pair of AlphaBridge knee pads. Nomad Holster, almost 1200 across the board, and health as a major attribute. Again, only if you don't have the classified version and you need it. You could either reroll that electronics number and optimize the rest of the holster, or bump up the health number, change it. The choice is up to you. Either way, get it only if you absolutely need it right now.
I'll be here if you change your mind.
Alright, make your way up to the Autumn's Hope safe house. She's got one item for sale here. Prototype performance mod, 5.5% first aid self heal. 6% is the max roll, so if you don't have a 6%, I would go ahead and grab a few of these until you do.
Too bad nothing caught your eye.
Okay, and now making our way into the dark zone. That was everything for sale in the light zone. Yeah, I want to see it. Over at West 46th Street, he has one item for sale. Prototype Firearms Mod, 261 firearms with 1% crit hit chance. Those you like to stack your crit chance, here you go. Alright, over at the East 34th Street DZ checkpoint, he's got one item for sale here, which is 7.5% support station duration. For those of you running builds like Reclaimer, I would go ahead and pick a few of these up. One more stop up at the East 40th Street DZ checkpoint. Again, one item for sale. Prototype Electronics Mod, 263 electronics with 2,843 health.
You'll be back. I know it.
Next Friday. Alright, for the final stop of the week, up in DZ08 at the East 58th Street DZ checkpoint, there's one item for sale here. Real quick before I do end this, last week I asked you guys whether you liked the different layout or not for the vendor resets, where what I was doing, I was showing you exactly my position on the map and then talking to the vendor versus just telling you where I am. Not one person commented to say whether they liked that version better than this version. So, if you rather how the style was last week, this time please leave it in the comments below, because I really do not mind showing you each location before I talk to the vendor. If it doesn't matter either way, go ahead and leave that in the comments as well. Alright, final item is a specialized backpack. 1236 firearms, over 12,000 health and ammo capacity in the minor. You keep it as is, re-roll it if you wish. Either way, specialized is still a very good and helpful backpack if you're going with 5-piece builds or even hexos. So, unfortunately, there was nothing that great this week that really stood out. No damage to elites mods or anything like that, but there were some decent prototype performance mods and whatnot. Let's hope that next week is better. Either way, that is it for me, guys. Have a great week. Hopefully there was something there that you did need. Once again, if the video helped at all, drop a like on it. It's much appreciated. Don't forget that you can follow me on Twitter at AfflictedGamer, and the stream times for me to be live here on YouTube will be at the end of the video. And other than that, guys, have a great day. I'll see you soon in the next one.